I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. Holla fuck the world with my chest full of smoke. I choke on my breakfast, the end of my necklace say Dope House Records, Screwstone, Texas. The diamonds in my emblems is cut like a princess.
What's up, everybody? This is Casey Bowles with the Texas fucking meltdown. Nick, you've been over here fidgeting, saying you got some shit on your heart, waiting on me to get ready. What do you got? Well,
as you know, I'm moving.
yes.
A lot of stuff gets lost in moves, but also a lot of stuff gets found in moves. What I found and brought today was a present my dad gave me for my 16th birthday.
Oh, shit.
This may not be very sanitary. We're going to dump it out on the couch.
Are those fucking prison shanks?
Those are prison shanks,
Holy
baby.
shit, there's a bag of prison shanks.
So I got, first we got, this is elastic that's melted down and then molded by some concrete, sharpened it. It's got elastic wrapped around it again.
Has it killed any of these got, like, a body count?
Who knows, man? Who knows? It didn't come with paperwork. I've got a piece of a chain link fence, sharpened, most likely concrete, with some string and a razor, like a shaving razor handle with a couple deodorant caps on it, some toilet tissue in there so it doesn't collapse on you.
This is awesome.
Oh, stuck together. I got some plexiglass, which he said was real popular. It's their mirrors.
Whoa. That would hurt.
Got a t-shirt sleeve and maybe a band. No, some cardboard.
Handle.
That was a can opener, I think. Yeah, that was a can opener.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, man. That's a stout metal to be so small.
Like I said, my 16th birthday.
That was the 16th. Dude, I swear, man. You had the weirdest shit from your childhood, dude.
I was so excited. This was like Christmas when I found it.
I bet it was. That's. Other than this one right here, I feel like all these would be found pretty easy.
Well, it's more like a personal knife. You know, something you keep on your person, walk around, stab a couple dudes before you get busted. But I don't know, maybe like put a pin cap on it.
I don't know what to say.
Put it in your pocket.
I was not expecting you to pop out with a bag of prison shakes. I don't know. I've never witnessed prison shake. I've never seen a real prison shake before. Pretty fucking interesting. That's wool, man.
These are genuine prison shanks, Casey.
It's like a tampon thing, but it's not. I don't know what it is.
That's they broke it off a razor. It's a razor blade, or it's a shaving razor handle.
I mean the
They come on their deodorant.
oh yeah, the thing. Oh, that's smart, man, dude. That's like the craftiest shit, man. Prisoners making prison shanks, dude.
Can we mention that they get like 3 razor blades a week, and none of these have razor blades on them? Like they broke the razor blade off the shank to make the shank.
Fair observation. Yes, he did. That's kind of okay.
They picked the can opener over the razor blade.
I think a razor blade, wouldn't hurt as bad. Because it would just, like, cut the shit out of it. These are a little dull, man. Like, you get stabbed one of these, like, you got stabbed, dog. Like, especially that one. That's like a half-inch around.
This is my favorite one.
diameter.
It's made solely out of underwear. There's nothing but underwear. That's melted elastic from the underwear, wrapped in elastic that hasn't been melted with a little bit of tape on it.
So they just burnt the shit. They just burnt their fucking underwear up. A lot of it.
We're going to post some pictures of these so people can see what we're talking about.
You can see, like, his handprints where he was, like, smushing it down. Look, there's a thumbprint, like a clear thumbprint right there. That's cool. You can see it getting made, man. Yeah, I can picture that dude going, ah, shit.
You know,
Burning the shit out of his fingers.
He got mad as shit and had to stab somebody.
Holy shit.
It doesn't look sharp, but it's hard as fuck.
Golly. That's some wild shit,
Let that
man.
catch it between the rib. Ooh.
My dad gave me a belt buckle one time. I got yelled at for my 16th birthday. You got prison shakes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, to be exact.
Oh, shit.
He was really excited to give these to me, too. Like, this was...
Son, got something I want you to have.
My granddaddy's daddy gave it to him. It's passed on for generations. No, it just came from straight out of New Boston, man. The zoo.
Telford unit. It's a rough motherfucker in there.
Goo up.
I got 2 cousins in there. I know. I've heard stories. Damn, that one's got a little sharpness to it too. I bet this one's got a body count.
I was at an awards ceremony when I was in high school one time, and Dad was sitting next to me, and he wouldn't shut up. Like, he picks like 12 things out. He's like pointing at it like an air vent. He's like, break that off, find his concrete, boom, prison shank. Like, all kinds of stuff, man. Literally probably picked 12 things. I was over there fucking crying.
Just like, holy shit. It's like if you go in here, anything can be made to a prison shank. You'd be completely surprised.
Can you imagine think about that, though, all day?
It's like, what can I make to kill somebody? What is there?
Also, for the record, my dad was not in prison.
No, his dad's a prison guard. Whoa. Yeah, we probably should have made that distinction.
Oh, man. Just having to work there for 20 years. He brought me home a... So, like, they take this metal wire, and they coil it up, and they make 2 prongs come off of it, and they stick those prongs in an outlet, and all of a sudden those wires, they turn, red hot, and it boils water so they can cook their soups and stuff. Brought me home that, some speakers made out of styrofoam cup, and a magnet. I got little dice that they made from, like, by memory. Like, they had to remember what dot to go where. That was pretty impressive. I got a bunch of cool shit, man.
I'm ready to sit. I mean, I hope you come up with bags of prison.
And not everybody has this shit, because not everybody can walk out of there with this shit. Like, just no one said shit to them. Just believe it or not, you're not supposed to stink shit out of prison either.
That's got a leather handle on it, man.
Yeah, it's nice. It's pretty comfortable. Like, it's like the Cadillac of shanks. Prison shanks.
The Cadillac of prison shanks. This big one though, right here, man. I just feel like you really gotta hate somebody to hit somebody with that. Like that's not something you just be like.
You know what?
That guy fucked me over a little bit. I'm gonna go poke him a couple times. Like you want to hurt somebody with this.
Give me 6 weeks and like 9 pairs of underwear. I got your ass.
It's round. You're not even trying to.
I got something for your ass.
You're not even trying to cut, man. You're just literally just trying to poke with this. Wow.
Oh shit. And like none of these are
just fight me, bitch.
Like you could tell these were, if anything, if they weren't used to stab, they was carried around like on the regular.
Oh
like
yeah.
These are worn.
I bet he's had to put a lot of different nylon on here to get the blood off of it. I feel like that guy knew he was gonna get caught. You can't break plexiglass off and it not get noticed. All these other shit you can probably get away with. But not that one. A melted nylon, though. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see off that subject. That's fucking awesome, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a shadow box for him.
You getting a shadow box for the prison shanks?
Yeah. That's some one of a kind decoration. Like
that really is. Like I don't know what I would do if I walked into somebody's living room.
Oddly enough, I've never told anybody I had a manila envelope full of prison shanks.
What would you do if like you had a girlfriend or something? She just like randomly run across that in your room one day? In the barbecue closet cleaning out your shit.
It's not what it looks like.
Babe, I know what you're thinking.
It'd be so much easier. You know what? I'm a serial killer.
I know I'm pretty particular about my butthole, but I swear I've never been to prison. Oh, shit. Well, I met back up with old leopard pants girl with the flat brim cowboy hat. Her name is Tristan.
Where'd you find Tristan?
I was randomly standing in Shooters, and she just walked by, and she had on a badass fur jacket. I was like, "Hey!" She was like, "Holy shit!" She was like, "I lost your number." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Then she was like, "I'm texting you as soon as I leave here. I'll text you again in the morning." I'm like, okay, she did.
I'm proud of you.
That's all I got to say about that.
I'm proud of you.
She was pretty cool. Again, we talked for a little while. I ain't let her. She ain't getting up for me. Bitch, use me.
What?
I mean, I went to Tuscan Horns Saturday night and saw some people, or saw this guy play. His name was Jacob Blevins. He was from Stephenville. We got a lot of mutual friends from around there, like in the music thing. And dude, he had some badass original songs that were supposed to all come to Shooters, and I was gonna give him some pointers on how to get on like Spotify and shit, but they never came, so I guess he don't. But yeah, he was really good. I mean, fucking played good. He played some covers, and they were all good covers. Like he played a Ryan Bam cover and done pretty good with it. Like yeah,
Really?
not many people can do that. And he didn't even like try to change his voice to sound like Bingham. It was like
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was South Side of Heaven, and
Really, that's ballsy.
it was ballsy. I thought it was very ballsy. And I started hearing it on the guitar. I was like, oh, this is a moment of truth. And like, shot that at me, and it's fucking good. And I was satisfied with the show completely. I had to leave early because White Trash Wannabes was starting up, so
Which I had a blast. Once again.
I don't really remember much.
Oh man.
No, I didn't start sobering up till I got to Shooters. We got to quit drinking. I don't.
I had a DD, so.
Where was I standing at all night?
Where?
I don't know.
No, I mean what? At
Fat
Jack's?
Jack's.
Oh, you sitting with us for a little bit. Oh, we kind of disappeared.
Huh.
How fucking disrespectful.
Fucking phone, man. That is my boss. You tell that motherfucker when we're recording, he ain't my boss. Don't text me. I'm kidding.
You tell him
Love you,
I'm your
James.
boss.
Just kidding, James Pickett. Love you, dog. Sometimes. Nah, James is cool. How was your weekend?
White Trash pretty much made my weekend.
Yeah, but Friday night, I want to know why you didn't go to the club or nothing. All of a sudden, it's like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, and you just pop up at Shooters
Okay.
drunk as shit.
I have an answer. Have you tried that Natter Day shit yet?
What the fuck is Natter Day?
Those pink Natty Light cans?
No.
The strawberry lemonade natural light?
What? The strawberry lemonade natural light? That is the
Holy
most
shit.
redneck thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Listen, I'm at Walmart buying dog food. I think I'm gonna get a 6-pack. And I'm walking through it, I see it, and all they have is 30 packs. I'm like, fuck it. I'll get this. And all my buddies were out there. They were in Mod having a bonfire. So I'll go out there and see what's up. And we're bullshitting. And all of a sudden, Brody looks at me. He's like, "We go to Shooters." I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, we can." So, piled in the truck. The answer to your question, though, is the top rack of that Natter Days 30-pack. That's how I got there.
Damn, son.
They go down really smooth. It was even hot. It was a hot 30-pack.
I think I saw one of the biggest whores of my entire life Friday night. This girl was being 30 with everybody. I was like, she's a good looking girl, too. I was like, man, that's shameful. I wouldn't want to be seen in public the next day. And she was back at Shooters again last night, doing it again. And I was like, golly, girl.
I was sitting over the DJ booth with Michael Howard most of the night, and people kept, like, when I would walk out of the DJ booth, people kept requesting songs to me. They thought I was a DJ. I was like, yeah, I'll get you in. You'll be listening for the next few songs.
I used to fuck with people all the time, man. all the
I probably
time.
got 7 or 8 requests that did not get filled.
If it's a really good request, I'd be like, yeah, it would be a good song. And I'd go up there and tell them. But, like, usually I'm just like, yeah, I ain't going to tell them that.
I tried to play "I Must Be High" by South Park Mexican,
FPM.
and Ethan
Shut that shit
denied
down.
that. Yeah, he didn't want that happening.
Dun, 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 dun. God, I love that song, man.
He wasn't having it though.
Anytime I'm down in the dumps, I jam that specific song, and I'm just like, yeah.
I need to go to the store, man. I got this big ass fridge, and it's got a bottle of ketchup in it.
I remember your last house. It's about all that was in it. That and Gatorade, Dr. Pepper.
I kept that one stocked with drink. That's what I mean by stock.
You had like anything you wanted to drink, but it didn't have like no food in it. It had some cookies on the top shelf.
I had the necessities. I had some Tostitos pizzas in there.
I remember when I first moved in here, man, there was so much shit in that refrigerator that had been there for like a long time, man. Like, it didn't even smell bad anymore. It was just,
But the thing was, even if the food was still good, I wouldn't have ate a single thing in there. It was straight vegetables.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Cause Floor would do some like real cooking.
Yeah. Every time I leave for a little while, I come back, they don't clean out the refrigerator. What the fuck? They put something in there and don't use it. It's just going to stay in there.
While we're on the topic of Matt and Floor,
What happened?
Matt calls me
Hey, oh, Jesus.
while I was like right before I got here. He said, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Which nothing, Matt. What do you need to tell me? You obviously called me for a reason. I don't know why
Yeah.
you ever open with, "Hey, what you doing?"
Yeah.
But okay. He says, "Man, I went out drinking last night." And I said, "Hold up."
Oh, shit.
I said, "There's your problem, but continue." And he's like, "No, man, this wasn't even my fault." He said, "I've been responsible." And she's telling me he's got some new buddies that he works with, and they went out to the bar drinking. The other dude drove his truck home, like drove Matt home in his truck. And they got to Matt's camper, and he said that other dude ended up dropping Matt off at his camper and taking Matt's truck back to his camper. Matt wakes up and forgets all that. He's like, he walks outside, can't find his truck, so he makes Floor drive him 35 minutes to the bar. His truck's not there. His phone, he can't find his phone. So he gets on Floor's phone, starts Facebook Messenger and call people. And speaking of Floor, just texting me. He gets on Floor's phone, starts calling people on Facebook, and eventually finds out where his new buddy lives. Goes over to his house. His truck's not there. Bust up in his house. This dude's all fucked up, scratched, face fucked up. That motherfucker totaled Matt's truck on the way home.
Oh,
And I said, "Matt,
shit.
what are you gonna do? He's not on your insurance." He said, "Dude, I don't fucking have insurance on that truck." I said, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "Just gonna buy a new truck. Like, you gonna sell me yours?" I said, "No, I'm not selling you my truck, dude." Yeah, so this would be 1, 2, 3.
4?
Truck number 4 since he was 17.
Yeah. He's totaled out. He's somebody.
He
has
averages one truck a year.
Yeah. That's totaled out from drinking, kids. Don't drink and drive.
We're gonna act
Fuck,
like
it's
3 of
bad.
those didn't happen in 14 months.
Like, we get fucked up sometimes, but if we get fucked up, usually we have somebody to drive us. You know, like, we're not really big on getting trashed and drinking and driving. That's why we make fun of Matt, because the motherfucker does that shit. And always gets away with it. Don't know how. Don't know how.
If all the shit he's done was on his record, he'd be in prison. But like, thing is, they keep dropping everything one at a time.
I don't know if I have told y'all this story yet, but one time, it was a Saturday night, and I just decided I wasn't going out. I stayed in. And it was probably like, I do that maybe 5 Saturdays a year. You know, it just happened to be one of those 5. And I'm watching TV, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I don't even know why I was still awake at 4. I wasn't at the club or nothing. I was just chilling on the couch and watching movies. And I get a phone call from Matt. Hey, if I ain't mistaken, he said, "What are you doing?" And I was like, you can hear the rain in the background. It's raining. It's storming, like lightning, thunder. It's like a thunderstorm outside. This motherfucker said, "I wrecked my truck, man, real bad. I was like, are you okay? He said, I don't know, man. You think I'm okay? I was like, dude, how the fuck do I know? I'm not there. Do you have like an arm upside down or something? And he was like, no, man, I think I'm good. And I was like, all right, where are you at? And he told me, and I had just moved into this house, and I didn't know about the cutoff road yet. That's how I learned about the cutoff road. And I turned down that road, I'm driving, and I passed by Mike White. And I'm like, if Matt's down here and his truck's flipped, why didn't Mike White stop? I get down there and he's on the inside of a curve. Apparently, he just like ran off the other side of the road and overcorrected, and just like rolls his fucking truck. Everything's out of the road. There's no parts to his truck in the road. I made sure of that, and here comes Matt running out the fucking woods, trucking.
He said when he called you, he had to pull his shirt over his wet ass shirt. He laid it under a bush, put his shirt up over his head, put his arms in his shirt, so he could just find your number to hit one button. All that just to call you.
God, he didn't tell me all that, but he freaking. I'll never forget that phone call and him running out of the woods, and he's looking for something on the ground. I don't know, man. He gets in the passenger seat of the truck, man. He might have been going a little fast. I don't know. It ain't none of my business what the fuck was going on. All right, all I know is my homie called me and I went and got him because it was fucking raining. If it wouldn't have been raining, I'd probably been like, Matt, wait on the cops, dude. This is like your third truck. You just need to go ahead and wait on them. Take this one. Don't run. Anyway, I went and picked him up. And we get back to the house, and I'm like, man, go inside and just eat everything you can that's bread. I said, there's a whole pizza in there. I said, I bought it for tomorrow for lunch, but go ahead and just fucking eat it. I was like, eat anything bread I got in there. He was like, what, man? I said, you need to start soaking up fucking alcohol because you smell like, my seat smelled like beer after he got out. So I was like, he goes inside. I was sitting on the porch just waiting on the cops. All right. So I see some, but he told me his mom was on the way. Well, I'm looking, and I forgot them cops had just got them Explorers. So I'm looking for like an older, like, a Charger. So I see that SUV thing pulling up. I thought it was Matt's mom. So I kind of half-assed dry snitched on Matt on accident because I was like, Matt, your mom's here. And he was like, all right, man. He busts outside, and there's a cop getting out of his car over there. Like, you couldn't see him. They didn't turn the lights on or nothing. And, you couldn't tell it was a cop car. They were parked way the hell over there. And he's walking up, and Matt's like, nope, and slams the door and locks me and the fucking cops outside. I don't know these motherfuckers. This is my first encounter with the Bowie County Police. The Bowie County Sheriff's Department, who were extremely nice to me, by the way. We sat out here and made fun of Matt for like 30 minutes waiting on him to unlock the door. I turned around and we slammed the door, and I was like, he's not violent or anything. He's just waiting on his mom. They were like, yeah, we've had to beat the shit out of you before.
Which I'll tell that story in a minute. But proceed.
And we sat out there and chilled for a minute. Finally, Matt comes out and his mom gets there. And the state trooper made this sobriety test, and they didn't give him a DWI. They just gave him they're leaving the scene of an accident. And then, like, a week later, Matt thinks he's got off this scot-free. The judge sends him a handwritten letter that is in there. Yes, yes, it's in this house. Like, I have proof, a handwritten letter to tell Matt that he watched the video and he was not accepting those charges and bumped it up to DWI, which he ended up getting.
Oh, my God.
Oh, would you gonna make this whole thing telling stories on Matt? I got a million of them. Let's just do that. Tell me another story about Matt.
What you were talking about, him getting the shit beat out of him by all those cops. Me and Matt were sitting literally in this exact spot. There was a chair here. There's a couch here with two seats on it, sitting just like this. And Matt's drinking. He asked me if I want to come over and watch the game. It was like a Sunday, I think. Yeah, it was a Sunday night. Or Sunday during the day. He asked me if I want to come over and watch the football. Come over. He had an 18-pack of Dos Equis. We are maybe 18. He pounds. Okay, he pounds 17 Dos Equis. And this point, me and him were actually living together, but we were living in Maud. And, like, that's a good 10-minute drive from this house. And Matt's dad was living here, and we were just here watching the games. He had TV, and we didn't. So it's getting late. We got work the next day. I said, all right, man, you about ready? It's like, yeah, let's go. I go outside. No, I think I'll go to piss. And when I come back outside, He's in his truck in the driver's seat. The truck's running. He's pulling around to tell me he'll see me at the house. And I was like, no, man, we're going to take my truck. He's like, no, how the fuck am I supposed to get to work in the morning? I was like, dude, I can take you to your truck in the morning. It's not that important for you to die just trying to get home so you can have your truck.
Yeah.
I end up walking up to his door, reaching for his door handle. He peels the fuck out. Like, fuck, least I can do is follow him. So I get in my truck. I'm hot on his ass. We make it to Mod. And instead of turning down our road, this motherfucker turns into day and night. I pull up beside him and said, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get home. You're lucky to make it this far. Get home. He said, man, I gotta get something to drink. He said, I can't find my wallet. I said, my dad, I gotta go back and get it. Peels the fuck out of day and night. Heading back to here. Another 10 minutes.
Oh, man, that's
He made it a quarter of a mile. And I said, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm not his fucking dad. I've helped him through enough shit. He's on his own for the rest of the night. I'm about to turn over the railroad tracks. I look over to my left, and Matt, pretty much idles into the other lane to take a left-hand turn right in front of this fucking Jeep. And I hear, just like the commercials. Like, it sounded like broken glass, shit's flying. This Jeep flies about 20 yards. I drive over there, and I'm wearing some athletic shorts and Crocs. Like, I didn't have no shirt on, nothing. These shorts are pretty small, too. Like, I was just chilling at the house. I run over there, walk up to the Jeep first. You cutting your fingernails right now?
Yeah.
Can we not have that in the background?
Oh, my bad. It was bothering me, man. It was long. I hate having long fingernails.
I go up to the Jeep. This dude's in there crying, literally fucking screaming. I thought he was dying. Like,
I
he's
bet
gonna
he
be
just
dead.
hit Matt going head on, going probably 65.
He's gonna be dead in a couple minutes. Like, and I open up his door. He's like, my elbow, my elbow. I'm saying, okay, if he's worried about his elbow, he's gonna be all right. Well, I hold his head. He did his head on the steering wheel, and I hold his head, lay him down on the concrete. I walk over to Matt, and this motherfucker's in his truck, and the airbags came out, so it looks like it's on fire. You know, it's real dusty and thick. And he goes to try to crank his truck. And he goes, all right, well, I'll see y'all. Trying to leave, dude. This dude's got like 3 guns in his truck, a beer in the truck. We'll save that. And he ends up I said, fuck you, dude. I go back to the dude in the Jeep. Wait on the cops. While I'm waiting on the cops, there's this chick that walks around Mod named Lucy Cat. And Lucy Cat's a prostitute, and she's about 55. About as big around as my pinky. Casey, you're bigger than Lucy Cat.
Appreciate that.
And she walks up, and she's just chilling, like she's watching from afar. Cops roll up, and she lays out like she got hit.
Oh, shit, son.
Like, she's freaking out, and all the cops are like, I don't think so. Like, we're going to keep going 10 more feet this way to the scene of the accident. And anyway, people come and get her, like 12 of her kids come running out of like different houses.
Lucy Cat, get your ass over here. You know you wasn't in that wreck.
Cops come up, and it's a cop we know. He's a sheriff, and he's talking to Matt. Matt's freaking the fuck out. He tells him to sit down on the curb. They're dealing with the hurt dude. By this time, about 15 cops done rolled up.
By the way, Matt told me that he thought he killed the guy. So he was freaking out in his head that he just killed somebody, and that's why he was freaking out with the cops.
Yeah,
Because they wouldn't let him go over there.
Yeah, well, the dude was walking, so.
Oh, so Matt,
Right
there
in front
goes
of
Matt
Matt.
on his sympathy. Okay.
Yeah, he was right.
I like it.
So he ends up sitting down on it. He finally gets sat on his curb after he gets up like 12 times, and the cop's like, sit back down. Like, you're going to get hurt. Sit back down. This is for your safety. Like, they're like, we can't have you getting up, wandering to the highway and getting hit. Like, you obviously you're drunk. And he's telling them how fucked up he is and how he needs to go to jail and all this crap. Finally gets up and like the cop didn't see him get up. So when the cop turned around, he was right up on him. And the cop grabs him. Well, Matt throws his hands up, ends up breaking the cop's glasses.
Oh,
Cops,
shit.
Cop's mad.
Cops love their Oakleys.
No, this was a nice dude. No, this was his reading glasses from the 90s.
Oh.
Like, he's pretty upset.
I bet he was.
So they get him in handcuffs. Okay, so Matt's face down on the ground. This whole time, I'm sitting there smoking a cigarette, leaned up against this building with no shirt on and some short shorts. They got him down, and I guess something set him off. And he tries to get up. At this point, there's about 2 cops on him. One guy's trying to get his legs, and one guy's putting him in handcuffs. Matt stands up.
Oh, shit.
3 more come. He gets down. When he's on the ground, I'm talking about they're standing up, dropping down on him with their knees and elbows and shit. Like, they're giving him people's elbow, all kinds of shit. A bunch of WWE shit. Like, jumping off the cars and shit. They finally get him handcuffed after beating the shit out of him for what lasted probably 13, 14 minutes.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's how it's a fight forever.
State trooper gets there, and state trooper's trying to make him do a field sobriety test. And Matt argues with him, I don't know how long. He's like, I don't need to do field sobriety test. Take me to jail, man. I'm fucked up. Just take me to jail. Dude's like, he comes like, dude, we got to do this. It's part of it. You got to just walk towards me, dude.
Yeah, I fell down in my sobriety test, and I even asked them, I was like, y'all gonna let me keep going? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, y'all gonna make me embarrass myself? And they were like, yeah, we got to, though. I was like, okay. Failed the rest of them.
All those cops were real nice to him after that, though. Like, he calmed down. They were like, sorry for beating the shit out of you. We had to. They kept explaining, like, we could have been in a lot of trouble if you would have died here, got hit by a car, because we're right off the highway. And nobody decided to stop traffic, which was really weird, because there was a truck in the road. That was his first total truck. I think we told his dad about it. His dad was like, damn it, boy, now I got to buy a new truck.
Yeah, and then what was it, like 3 months later, hit a telephone pole, that other one is scraping
hit a school zone sign.
Hit a school zone sign. I didn't know. I thought he hit a telephone pole.
Which, those things are like, probably 5 inches around, those pipe is, and it's about 10 feet tall. They don't look like that, but you get out of your truck and go up to it.
I put them up before.
Those are pretty big.
Yeah. How do you hit a school zone sign? It's pretty well lit. That's like the most reflective sign on a highway.
He fell asleep. He said he woke up with glass hitting him, and he realized he got 2 flat tires and 1 headlight. And it didn't just, like, dent up the side of his truck. It wrinkled.
KO'd the whole side.
Like, you unwrapped a present and just crinkled up that paper. That's what the side of his truck looked like.
I had to get in that truck in West Texas. I had to get into the driver's seat forever, and then finally fixed it to where you could open it from the inside. But it was like a bitch to close. There was a bunch of air gaps, but it wasn't air gaps in the top.
I'm surprised it opened.
Yeah, me too.
I come over here the next morning. No, this dude drove home from Redwater School, lived it all the way home with 2 tires. That's
12 miles. I clocked it the other day.
Yeah, that's another 10 minutes.
Going that slow, probably about.
Yeah.
Well, there's no telling how slow he's
you're
going.
not going very
I
fast.
bet he was going 50.
Yeah, he's like, man, I couldn't get in trouble again, but I'm on probation, man. I can't fuck up.
He wasn't even on probation yet. He was on implied probation because he ain't even went to court.
Well, I come here the next morning, and this motherfucker comes outside when I get here, opens up his driver door, says, shit, man, I got a patty melt in here from Whataburger. Reaches in there, gets the patty melt out, dusts some glass off of it, takes a bite, and freaks the fuck out. Because obviously he didn't dust all the glass off. He cuts the shit out of his mouth.
I wish everybody in the world could meet Matt.
He's that kind of person.
He'll find good in anything. He'll fuck up the absolute worst shit you've ever seen. And then just be like, well, this is bullshit. Well, y'all want to go to the bar? y'all want to go get something to eat? yeah, Matt. Let's go get something to eat, man. Yeah.
So much to eat anything. I had a to-go box from chicken strips in the back seat of my truck one time. And it had been in there for a while, man. And it was summer. And I got so much other shit back there. You didn't even smell it. He reached back there and said, man, are these good? I said, fuck no, man. I've been there since like June. It's like August. Obviously not good in this heat. He goes, huh. He takes a bite out of it. He's chewing over there pretty good. He said, man, if I had some ranch, I could eat this. Puts it back in the to-go box and puts it right back where it was underneath a bunch of shit.
There was one time me and Nick were in here sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden Matt's baby mama comes in the door. She don't say nothing to us. She's with her cousin. She goes straight to their room. she starts packing her shit. And I was like, don't leave. I did say, don't leave, Floor, in probably about that tone, I bet.
Well,
because
no,
I knew Matt had probably fucked up in some
She walked
way.
in and looked at me, and I'd already been talking to her all day. Like, I knew what was going
Oh,
down.
I didn't know it was going down. I was just chilling.
She looks at me, and I said, do what you got to do, Floor.
Yeah. And but it helped him because nobody helped him. I think it made him recognize on that thing. He has gotten better on that. We taught Matt a lesson because we did. He gets here. She's walking out the door. He gets here, and like he got those little hissy fit. The thing's not funny that she was leaving Matt there for a minute. It really wasn't funny, but there wasn't much we could do about it. But Matt comes in here after she leaves, and it's like, what the fuck, guys? Y'all just gonna let her leave? Like,
No. He cried first. He pouted for about 4 minutes.
oh yeah,
Then he was like, fuck, man, it don't fucking matter for about another 4 minutes. Then he got up. He said, you know what?
oh yeah.
Takes his hat off, hits the couch, said, it's y'all two motherfuckers' fault that she's leaving. He looked at him and said, what are we supposed to do, choke her out in the living room? He seriously tried to fight her. He said, both y'all get up right now. I'm going to whoop both y'all's asses.
I was about to sweet kick him. I didn't have my
I was
leg
thinking-
out. I was like, Matt, sit down.
I was thinking when he hits his head on that TV stand over there and dies, it's not going to be good.
I wouldn't have felt bad.
I was thinking probably shouldn't even try to get up right now.
Oh, man. Blamed it all on us. We're the whole reason this went down. He was like, y'all know damn well I didn't do that. And he was like, and y'all couldn't tell her that y'all knew I wouldn't do
Okay.
something like that. For the record, Nick's got the text message on his phone, so we already know Matt did fuck up. And he's
I already
still
had
trying to
screenshots.
convince us that he didn't fuck up. And
Calls-
then blames it on us, telling us it was our fault because we should have told her different.
He calls everybody that gives a shit about him and tells them this story about how he did nothing wrong, and everybody's feeling sorry for him. And finally, after the third time he tried to fight me, I was like, we and Case looked at each other like, we gotta go. Like, let's go get something to eat. We'll come back later. And he had just, like, literally 2 minutes before he called me after we were on the road, just tried to fight me. It was, what the fuck, man? He said, you just gonna leave me at the time I need a friend the most?
You trying to fight us, man? No, we don't. What the fuck?
Oh, my God. I love him, though.
I do too. I love him to death.
I
do
hate
stand
that I
for the
love
guy. Yeah, I love the guy, but I hate that I love him.
It's like a bad relationship.
Like a bad relationship with like a narcissist, man. Like one that gets in your head sometimes. Does enough nice shit for you that you really can't say nothing, but fucks up enough that you're just like, God damn, man, if you were just any less of a friend, dude. Any less. I'd have to be out. I love the motherfucker. Golly, that's funny as fuck.
Crash knows.
Crash is like, God
Like, yeah,
damn,
y'all
I've
stressing
seen
me
more
out.
shit than y'all ever know. I feel bad for Crash sometimes, man. I feel like that's why he's so chill. It's just from all the shit he watched Matt do. He was like, I got time. I'm going to just learn to take care of myself.
You know what? And after he freaked out, after me and you went and got something to eat that night, I came back and he's laying on the couch and got his pants unbuttoned. Laying there strode out, just like this, right there with his pants unbuttoned, halfway off. What the fuck you doing? A sympathy jack off? What's your deal?
One time we were at Shooters, and I go to the bathroom, man. Everything was going good. It was me, him, and Floor. Everything was chill as fuck. I go to the bathroom and come back, and Matt's nowhere to be found. There's like this big old brawl going on. Or like a bunch of people arguing. Really, nobody was fighting by that point. Like apparently the fight happened as soon as I walked in the bathroom. But the people we were sitting with, a new guy that is like the main lady's husband, walks up and asked Matt, didn't know Matt and Floor were with me, and was like, hey, this is my family's table. Could y'all get up and, kind of go somewhere else? Y'all taking up 2 of our chairs. And the tables aren't very big. All Matt had to say was, I'm with Casey Bowles, like he's in the bathroom, he'll be out in a second. All he had to say, nope, Matt punches him immediately. And then they get him outside, and he's trying to fight the bouncers, of course. Puts it all off on them because they were in the wrong. And the cops get there, and he tries to fight the cops
He
again.
waited on the cops.
Yes, he waited on him. He could have left. And he waited. He waited on the cops to get there. He wanted to fight the cops. And then Hey, cops get there. He tells one of them he's gonna beat his ass, and then runs through the parking lot and runs around his own fucking car 3 times with a cop chasing him. 3 times. You got a parking lot of like 200 cars. Run and hide, bitch. You got a lot better chance just running around your own car. What you gonna do? Get in and speed away? Like, go hide. Run across the interstate.
Did he not get in the passenger seat of the car?
Yeah. He finally got in the passenger seat, and they yanked him out and got him in the back of the cop car.
Yelling at Floor.
Yeah.
He said, Floor, lock the car. Lock the car.
He's yelling at
She did
Floor.
it.
Yeah, Floor's more gangster than you think. She's real quiet, but she got some thug in her. He yelled to unlock the car, and that's first she started hitting the button. I was like, that's gangster. But anyways, I get over there to the cop, and Matt's like yelling at me through the window, talking about, tell these motherfuckers to let me out. I didn't fucking do anything, man. This ain't my fault. And I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck's even going on. Chill out. And I look over at the cop, and I said, but that's my buddy. I said, I can get him into that car over there without him saying another fucking word. Like, I tell him to shut up right now. He will. And I said, he'll get out of that cop car. And I said, we'll walk over that car, and I'll put him in that passenger seat, and he won't say another fucking word to y'all. And he said, that motherfucker ain't going to tell me he's going to beat my ass. And I said, yes, sir. And I turned around and walked off. Whenever a cop tells you, whenever a cop uses motherfucker in a sentence to you in a calm way and it's not toward you, just walk away. That's your chance. You know right then that cop is not changing his mind.
Can we note Matt got his face drug across the pea gravel that night?
Oh, yeah, he did. It fucked him up. I got a picture. Man, dude, we got to get a YouTube channel. I'm going to start crank that up this week. I got a picture of Matt whenever he got out of jail right here. It is that they finally freed my nigga. It was on my...
He said he was talking shit at the cops the whole way there.
I could just imagine.
He said he
I
was
wish I
up
was
in his ear talking shit to him.
I wish I was a fly on the wall, man. I just wish I was a fly on the window of that car so I could just listen to everything.
I've
I'd
been
stopped.
so stressed out.
I would have stopped somewhere in between there and the jail in a dark alley and probably beat the fuck out of him if I was a stranger and I didn't know just how nice the guy actually was when he's not hammered drunk trying to fight you in there. If you're not a police officer or a security guard or somebody that talks to him, you gonna like the motherfucker.
Well, the thing is, cops kind of can't beat the shit out of you till you're on a brink of death. I mean, they do sometimes, but they really can't. Like, it's not likely that you're going to get beaten that bad by a cop. Like, they're going to usually stop.
I wouldn't if I felt
Well,
like I was beating that.
at that strip club in Pecos.
They fucked him up. They pulled a gun on him.
We already told this story, I believe, but...
Since we're on stories about Matt, and just in case you ain't going back to listen to the episode, you gotta hear this shit.
In the strip club, just paid, I don't know, $800 for his private room for him and his girlfriend and the stripper. Long story short, his dick's out.
In the corner. Matt's not touching the stripper at all. He's just sitting in the corner by this point.
A bouncer comes in like, hey, that shit doesn't fly. They throw him out, and he's throwing a fit because he wants his money back for that room because he was only in there for 2 minutes. Didn't happen, and there's 2 rent-a-cops proceeded to beat the shit out of him with handcuffs on.
Busted out his window, put a gun to his face.
This was like 3 weeks before the incident at Shooters when he locked himself when he got in the car.
Yeah, because he come back and was supposed to be on good behavior, but no. Went to jail again.
And added evading arrest.
And he doesn't get, he was like, what was I supposed to be doing? What was I supposed to be doing? Now, he doesn't get you can't jack off in a strip club. He can't fathom the fact you can't have your dick out put tugging on it in a strip club, even if you did pay for the room.
He said he had a little moment of truth when that cop took his body cam off and set it on top of the car.
By the way, guys, if you're ever talking to a police officer pissing him off and he takes that body camera off, shut your fucking mouth right then.
I love how when he gets out of jail, he doesn't tell you anything about it the next day. Like, he just acts like it's a normal day. And
He
then-
has such a good relationship with the bail bondsman. The bail bondsman drives him all the way from Bi-State to our house in Redwater, and that's how I know like Matt got out of jail. Is I hear a bunch of thumping in the driveway, and I look out the window and it's Matt and the bail bondsman just like jamming the fuck out.
in a brand new Corvette.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, dude, like, how do you have that good of a relationship with your bail bondsman?
Yeah, I was pissing beside Mark Luggett.
There it is. You can see his nose is like fucked up. Yeah, you can see Matt's face is like hold out. He's got his nose bridged in the picture. That guy cut across it where they slammed his head into the concrete and then rubbed his face on it. It looked like somebody just like peppered it. Like he looked like he got shot in the face with rock salt or something. Like it was just peppered all over his face. He just had scabs everywhere, like little bitty ones. It was so fucking funny.
I didn't know Matt used this particular bail bondsman, but I was at Fat Jack's one time pissed, and I looked beside him, and this dude's in a suit. I said, man, you just get back from a funeral? They said, no, I'm a bail bondsman.
My buddy probably knows you, man.
No, he said, do I know you? I said, no, but so I'm going to go out on a limb here. You might know my buddy, Matt Smith. He said, oh, Matt Smith. He said, I've taken him home a few times. I bet Crash seen some nasty shit.
I have witnessed before he got with Floor, he was like a really bad whore. Floor is the best thing that ever happened to Matt. Floor kept Matt from getting AIDS. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that. And I've witnessed 3 girls in 1 week walk out of that room with his clothes on because he pissed all over them, and then witnessed all 3 of the same girls back the next week, got pissed on again, and still come back again. Like he will, it used to be a known thing that you were gonna get pissed on if you stayed at Matt Smith's house. Matt was gonna piss all over you, and it's just like girls are cool with it. That's what kind of person Matt is.
If he drinks more than 6 beers,
He pissed in my chair, dude.
he pissed 3 times when he was home on Christmas.
Yeah.
And he wasn't here for like a week.
Yeah, he pissed in his bed, pissed in my chair. Crash, you're sitting in... Crash. Hey, Crash. Crash. Nigga, I'm talking to you.
You don't want to hear it.
My dog would just sit here and ignore us. Like,
Crash.
he'd probably get tired of listening to us talk, to be honest. If you think about it, I would be.
You get him a microphone, man.
Crash, I know, man. He'll talk to us. Y'all don't know, man. Crash talks. I don't know what the fuck he says a lot of times, but I feel like I know what he says. You can tell by his body movement. And I'm telling you, and it's like that dog's Matt in a dog form. Like that dog will get in the trash and make you feel like shit about it. Like, you know, like make you feel bad that you got onto him. Like it was your fault. I'm like, no, dog. You're not going to sit here and make me feel bad for that. But as long as you're here, all he does is sit in that chair. You know, it's like Matt. As long as we're here to watch him, he won't fuck up. It's that 5 seconds you lose eyesight of him and just like, he can't.
Walk out your truck, get your wallet or something.
Yeah, you come back in, this house is smashed up. Matt
He's
done
just
had a
looking
fit,
at you.
yeah. Yeah, just looking at you like that nothing happened. Like, I didn't do nothing. What are you talking about? Well, there's a hole in the wall right there.
Oh, man.
Man, there's never been a door in that hallway, bro.
Okay,
there's
there's
never been a door
2
there.
doors in there that are fucked up. He's destroyed all the doors in his camper to the point where he doesn't have a... Man, I want to say he went with just a screen door on his camper for a while. Because he just starts to ripping doors. Like that video on Facebook or whatever, it's always like when your mom comes home and you're sleeping peacefully and it's that big old dude ripping the door in half. Yeah, that's him. He doesn't just punch it. I have a hole in the bottom half of one of the closet doors
Is
in
that
there.
why my bathroom door sags?
Most likely. That's why one hinge, the top hinge is off that door.
That's mine too, my bathroom, yeah. Okay. That
The
makes a lot
door
of
to the
sense.
this middle bedroom right here, I don't even think it's on. It's not on there anymore.
There's not a door there.
It's shredded. The closet door in that bedroom is shredded.
Yeah, yeah. I think my closet door is the only level door in this house.
And I don't know how he spent the most time in that room.
Maybe he liked the closet.
Fucking mad. Look at this door. Look at the front door. Those are knuckle imprints.
Yeah, there's like paint. It's like someone took a ball peen, hammered our front door. It's not like bad enough to where like you'll just notice it, but until you said something like, I done forgotten it was even there. But yeah,
Look, there's something down by the handle. Like, that's an uppercut. That's an uppercut on the door.
shit. There's some way down there by the bottom hinge. That was probably knees. Some of it's just wild.
That's a metal door. That's impressive. I remember when we left him after the whole floor incident, I was so worried about this TV.
Oh man, dude, that's all I was thinking about. I was like, we're gonna come into that living room TV. It's gonna be fucking smashed.
Because I just knew I could just see him reaching up and grabbing the top of that.
Our kitchen. Remember, he messed up the thing. He just slammed open the underneath the sink. Just slammed it open for no reason and bent it. So now it
Bent the
stays
hinges
open a little
off.
bit. Yeah,
And he did the same thing in the bathroom.
it's like nothing we have closes all the way because of Matt. Our front door closes all the way. I'm glad about that. It's the only thing that counts. My bedroom door is not bad.
It's my last week here. I'm staying at that house tonight, but probably every night this week, honestly. I'm going to be back and forth moving shit, but I got dogs now.
Whose dogs?
One of them, I got a Jack Russell Terrier that's about 15 years old. Can't hear. He's got tumors all over him. Like, he doesn't know you're home until like he sees you, and he's like I was over there earlier.
Imagine just walking around as a dog, just chilling. Like ain't nobody here.
I was talking to my
like,
brother.
Whoa, Nick, what's
I was
up,
talking to
man?
my brother the other day. I was like, he was just walking around the house looking at shit. I was like, he is running out of shit to do. How many years can you walk around a house?
Before
You can
just
only
went-
sleep for so long. It was him and a blue tick coonhound.
Maybe that's why old people like figurines and stuff. They're just like, whoa, I got a new figurine. Look at that. That's something new to look at for a little while. I got a new glass doll.
Sometimes he stands in the house and pokes his head out the doggy door and just watches.
I bet that. Why
You know, like how old people sit by windows. He's not gonna last much
outside. He
longer.
don't want to go outside.
Yeah.
He just wants to look.
He's not gonna last much longer.
Well, that's dark, man.
With that blue tick, man, all she does, she's an inside dog. She's a fat ass blue tick, most beautiful blue tick I've ever seen. Like, she has the most beautiful markings. Like, she's perfect. All she does is sits on the couch, watches TV.
I know we always give Matt hell, but man, he's probably one of the best people you'll ever meet in your entire life, and has done more for me. Will do anything. I could call Matt right now and tell him I was in Redwater with a flat tire, but I just couldn't call anybody to come get me. This motherfucker would start leaving Odessa and try to make it here before somebody got to me, just so he could be the first one to get to me. Over a flat tire, I guarantee I'd call him right now. This motherfucker calling to work and everything over something dumb like that.
We can end this with me telling you how I became best friends with Matt Smith. I met him right before 7th grade when I moved to Mont. Right before 7th grade, we were playing baseball. First thing he ever said to me is we were jogging to the outfield to go stretch for a baseball game. And this motherfucker looks at me and said, "Man, my dick is standing straight up right now." First words he ever said to me. Second time, we were running in athletics, like, I don't know, a few months later. And we were both, I don't know, guess we were the same speed. And we were running beside each other. He's like, "Shit, man, I guess we could be friends." He's like, "You want to come over this weekend?" Fuck, all right. It's like freshman year now. And this is what solidified everything for me. Is like, that motherfucker's down. We were in the weight room working out after football practice. And like, obviously after football practice, tension's high. We all just got done beating the shit out of each other. And there was this dude. There's two dudes got in a fight. And it ended up getting taken out to the parking lot. The coaches were breaking it up. Well, just so happens there's a volleyball game. And the whole fucking town of Maud is walking in the gym during this fight. Well, this dude slips a punch in on the coach. I don't know what happened to me, but I was not happy that the whole town of Maud just saw that, and I was steaming. So I start walking back to the locker room, and on the way there, I was talking shit to these other two dudes is that guy's cousins. Yeah, 2 of his cousins. And one's coming at me from the front and one's coming at me from the side, and I'm talking some mad shit. And I realize they're both about to beat the shit out of me. So the one coming in front of me, I straight up hit him in the chin. He goes down, immediately pops back up. There's a door right here. I said, you know what? Fuck. I got to do what I got to do. Push this one back. Push the one to my right back. Hit the other one with the door. He's done. It's a big door. He's done. So I got one guy now. I don't know. He ends up not wanting to have anything to do with this situation. Walks off. I go in the locker room, and I'm getting dressed, and Matt comes in there. Matt and like 5 coaches come in and like, hey, we're just going to stand here while you get dressed. He said, they're all looking for you. There's about 6 people looking for me. All family of the dude that I was mad at. I'm getting dressed, finally get dressed. I'm walking out, and I'd already told somebody to call my dad, like, have him come pick me up, because I'm a freshman. And Matt looks at me and said...
You got like 6 big old black dudes looking for you.
He says, we're about to walk out this door. He said, grab a helmet. And he grabs his. He said, if anything happens, he said, I got you. We walk out the door, all of them just start looking at us like they didn't want to have shit to do with any part of that situation
That's
anymore.
how Matt was in it. Was just like, that's that crazy ass white boy right there. He'll use that fucking helmet.
And we stood there waiting on my dad to get there. My dad rolls up hot. Fucking 4 of the cars even in park rolls out. He said, which one of them is it? He said, it's that one.
You start pointing it out. Look, what was this one right?
He points at the biggest dude out there who had nothing to do with anything. Oh, it was great.
I bet that guy about pissed his pants. Your dad's huge.
And I find out, like, I didn't tell. I handed this manager my cell phone. I was like, hey, call my dad. I was all calm about the situation. I said, just tell my dad to come pick me up. Tell him I'll be out there in 10 minutes. Well, apparently that kid that called him didn't just call him and ask him to come pick me up. He's like, Nick's in trouble. He's like, no, I don't know what just happened. Nick and Matt's about to get jumped. After that, we were just solid.